Okay, we are here with Cortland head coach Kurt Fitzpatrick and captains quarterback Joshua Cordero, number 12, quarterback Zach Boys, number 17. Kurt, we're going to have you make an opening statement, and then we will open the floor to questions after that.
Sure. Obviously our players are disappointed. We know we didn't play our best game today, and hats off to Ithaca for playing a tremendous game. Proud of the way we responded in the second half. At the end of the first half, we really had a chance to tighten the lead and make it a tight game, and just misfired. But we bounced back second half. We gave up a kick return. Even I thought we showed some good resiliency, holding to a field goal and then responding with a touchdown and turnover. Forced a turnover and drove down and just didn't make enough plays in the end. But our season's not over. This is a great learning experience, I think, for our players, and so I think we can take a lot from this. Hats off to Ithaca again for playing a great game. They're a very well coached, physical team, and I think we'll be better off for having played this game down the road.
Questions?
Zach, you had to make a lot of plays on your feet today. The defense was kind of like all over on you. And they kind of forced a lot of turnovers with that. Did you notice that Ithaca's defense was doing well that made you have to make those plays on your feet?
They were just they're really covering our guys up well. They got good pass drops. They were getting deep back there, so we that's what kind of allowed me to use my feet a little bit. They were matching our routes pretty well. And honestly, I just misfired on a couple throws. Didn't take advantage of a bunch of good looks. I think if I would have done that earlier, then I would have loosened them up a little bit and made them respect it a little bit more. But all in all, they had a good plan. They got deep, and just at the end of the day, just didn't make enough plays.
Josh, you were on the defensive side of the ball for Cortland. A.J. Winfield, ultra efficient today, 18 for 20, 209 yards, 3 scores. What could you guys have done, or what did Winfield do to make him so efficient, but that points in the goal issue?
I don't think it was so much about Winfield. I think it was things we didn't do. Getting out of the right position and not finishing plays was huge for us on defense, especially crucial third downs that they converted. Kind of bit us in the ass, but it's kind of something that we're going to learn from. I don't want to just say one player that Ithaca had was really affecting us. It was something that things we weren't doing that they were just getting like that.
Up front here, I'll let you have those questions. Up front.
This is for Coach or the players. Did you just see different stuff from Ithaca than you guys had seen on film, or were they just executing it better, or how did that kind of break down for you guys?
Yeah, we definitely saw different things today than we saw on film. We get that every week. We see teams don't play us like they play other teams because of our speed of receiver, and we just didn't adjust today. It was one of those things. I just think we didn't have our fastball today. And hats off to Ithaca. I think they had a lot to do with that. They definitely had some good pressures dialed up. I know, some of the plays they got to Zach, they were doing a nice job of their protection. And we just one thing led to another. We didn't make enough plays. It's one of those things. They're a good defense, and we're a good offense too. I think we left a lot on the table too.
Zach, I'd asked you before the game at the press conference the other day about how your team was planning on dealing with the louder environment than normal. Do you think that played into any sort of this game at all, or was that a non-factor?
Not at all. We had a louder crowd noise in practice, honestly, than it was out of the game. The crowd was awesome. It was really cool. But when you were out there in the heat of the moment, it was just like a normal game. I don't think that really got to us. I think it just flat out we just didn't execute. It started with me. I didn't play well at all, and when your quarterback doesn't play well, you can't win games. So I don't think I had anything to do with the crowd.
Coach, this question's for you. How happy are you, or how much do you think you can learn from this type of experience, especially because you guys aren't done yet, Empire 8 champions, so how much of a learning experience do you think this would be heading into the playoffs?
I think it's a huge learning experience. Huge. You know, we've won a lot of games. We haven't faced a ton of adversity as a team because of how well we've played this year. You know, I don't think it's necessarily because of the quality of our opponents. We're playing a really good league. I just think we've played extremely well. Today we didn't play our best and we faced adversity. I think there's a lot you can take from that. We have to. We have no choice. We have to take something from it. You know, we lost the game. You can't replay it. It's over. And so, you know, we want to look through the windshield, not through the rearview mirror, and try to learn from it and move on. And, you know, we're gonna have a game next week, and we're gonna be hungry and ready to win. Everyone's 0-0 now. It's a 32-team tournament, and we're one of them. So we're just excited to play and bounce back from this.
Coach, what are some things that you feel that went wrong today, but also went well? And how do you fix the wrong things for playoff game next week?
I think a lot of it today comes down to fundamentals. I think, you know, we didn't tackle well. We turned the ball over. You know, just simple things that you do when you're a youth football player that you get taught to do. Some of that stuff that, you know, they're easy fixes, you know, but playing a good team like Ithaca, if you have an off day, they really, you know, highlight weaknesses. And we would do the same to another team if we were playing great and another team had an off day. I think it was just one of those days, playing a great team, and you know, we were there. I mean, in the third quarter, you know, different game, if we're able to punch it in the red zone and go ahead by a point there, you know, I think you would have seen the left field crowd a lot louder. You know, I think that things could have changed right there. I mean, just didn't get it done. So I'm proud of our team. You know, I'm proud of the resiliency that we showed in the second half, and we'll learn a lot from it and bounce back.
Coach, I know some of your guys have been through this before on the big stage in the big venue, but first time for you as head coach. Did you guys enjoy it? Enjoy the experience? Look forward to doing something like this with CORTACA Jug in the future?
I loved it. It's not up to me whether it happens again in the future. But I thought, you know, when you look around the stadium today, there was a moment, I think at the end of the first quarter, I just did a pirouette and saw the crowd, and it was just incredible. You know, the passion that both fan bases have is unmatched, I think. You know, the big venue was cool. It was cool for our players to come here yesterday and, you know, get it was a torrential downpour at the time, so we couldn't really do a ton. But just to get the Yankees, the New York Yankees, their organization have been amazing. You know, you could tell that they valued this game, and they made us feel like we were a Division I team, and I'm sure Ithaca would say the same. It was cool. It was awesome. I think bringing it to this venue, this iconic venue, you know, Yankee Stadium football, New York Giants, Indianapolis Colts, Notre Dame and Army. You know, like some of the greatest games in football history, and we got to play in this stage with this rivalry. Well, I'm not happy that we didn't win, but I think it was a great turnout for our rivalry and how special CORTACA is.
Let me ask the same question to the two captains. Josh, you played at MetLife in 19. Zach, this is your first time in one of these big games. So talk about your experience as a whole with this whole CORTACA Jug at Yankee Stadium. Josh, start us off.
I personally feel it was a better experience than my life. I don't know if it was a venue that made it different, but just the energy was more there for us. I feel like our crowd was really into it, despite the score, regardless of how it went. But overall, it was an experience that I will never forget. Obviously, MetLife I'll never forget as well. But Yankee Stadium for me by far is the better of that really close.
Zach?
Yeah, it's an awesome experience. You know, to be able to go out there and like Coach was saying, you just kind of soak it all in. You take it, looking around, seeing all the people that are dedicated and really were passionate about the game. You know, it's something that you'll remember for forever. Yeah, excited to play them again. Hopefully, do it again.
Any other questions? Okay, thank you, everyone.
Thanks, everybody.
Thank you. Congratulations. Yes,
All the rest of them. Our goal is famously not on an elevator just for winter games. The way the coaches do it. Right. Yep. Yep. Is the one in this part of the country. Delta's two. Well, I already learned stuff as you know, this week. Yeah, it's 2 weeks down, so. And that's this is well, you want to There you go. We still work hard to try to have an hour, 10. It's helpful. Just to talk about things without trying to look at this. That's true too. Coaching his daughter's softball team. You gotta do what you gotta do. That's true. It's not too loud. It was mostly just for you, so just yeah, I was happy about It's good to see you soon. I'm so proud.
Check that phone. I have a lot of pictures for you. Standing up for you.
That's a good idea.
I'm sorry.
Profile.
I'm sorry. You're supposed to sign an NDA before you came in because you're not allowed to take these pictures of me.
Not only
I'm a behind the camera person.
Oh my. No way. Do it. No, we just look old. Not all old.
Last time Ira and I started football, we Jersey City in about 6 months.
Yeah.
I don't think there was New Jersey.
We had it too. Yeah. We dropped it in March of both record.
You're right. Well, which mission? I read Phil.
Growing up, come on. Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, and I used to tell when the broadcasters came down, that was like the bumper shot that told everybody from the shadows of the World Trade Center.
You gotta know Canada, how you're Great job today.
Thank you. That was, I really enjoyed that. This was actually the largest crowd. I was thinking about this is the largest crowd I ever announced. Parking's not ideal, so it's a lot easier to park here than at Giant Stadium.
We were having in reality, it wasn't.
Well, it's based on tickets.
Yeah, it wasn't.
I mean, that's something the NFL does, is tickets distribute. There's no usually times where like NFL games run out, it's like 80,000 maybe.
Oh, we released 10,000.
It's 7. I mean, we had no crowd. I knew how much our hit, so I would find an eyeball based on 7,000. And then I had 20.
I wanted to do this whole time, by the way.
your TV debut.
I don't want to see it, man. I didn't realize that I was like watching the whole thing.
Excuse me here, I thought maybe just have some friends to talk about yourself. Well,
This is my second.
oh, you have to wait every day?
Yeah, good. I'll probably be there next week. It'll be a home game, I think, right?
Yeah, I'm guessing. It'll still be borderline now, but
So it's like,
So you give it to our kids, to get that off my list. You come back here, get that off my list. Be in the city.
tomorrow 5 o'clock. Tomorrow 5 o'clock.
You get back and we'll schedule both coordinators and last game one series. I got two. Maybe I'll be in retirement. I got two MLB names listed. St. Louis, I've actually had a side of there, it's had a function in there, but it doesn't count. It was and then Seattle. We had that debate on last time. Let everybody do something. You don't. But that's why I keep really honest. Louis Armstrong layover, but I never got out of the airport. So those are all the ones I have left. I remember you guys doing that. After trying to find an excuse to go to North Dakota, after the baseball, that's one of the two I love. After the baseball championship this year, I think I was in North Dakota. Think about it. And then fly home from Minneapolis. That's what Bob did over there. For this crowd, I probably like numerous MLS games. Those are probably like 25 grand. And then our commencement, that's residential. That's probably about 20.
yeah, I think.
On an island. It's just weird. It's such a, it's weird to hear it.
I didn't know if you guys just because the state of my schools.
I've had a cold all week, but today I just want to make sure that my voice is good. Obviously, we had notes, you know, on my scotch, but I may not be able to get you. Vegas though, getting at the road, get up early too. Well, now I'm making a day early, but I wish I could stay longer, but I'm always on the full day. And it's easy to get out of that airport at night. And then come, when I land, open my car in Newark, shower my brother's house, and then drive it right here. See if it's good. Yeah, willpower, brother. I'm glad I left tonight. Our women played Alliance and Nyack, I guess it's two schools. So they should be Delaware. I think Delaware State is like the bottom.
Did we lose you?
You guys want to look at any of these?
Are we really done?
That's fun.
All right, thank you, everybody. We have our head coach, Michael Turper, and our players, number 53, Matt DeSimplicis, quarterback, number 6, A.J. Wingfield, and running back, number 45, Jake Williams. Before any questions, Coach, you just want to give an opening remarks about today's game, the atmosphere, everything like that?
Sure. I want to give a lot of credit to our administration, from top down, from our president to our athletic director, Susan Bassett, to Sean Fitzmaurice, and everybody here at the Yankees for making this possible for both teams, and the president of Cortland as well, and their administration. What a special day for both institutions, and I'm just really proud that we could represent college football in such a grand way on a main stage. So thank you for everybody, and really, again, credit this win to our players and our coaches that did a great job of preparing all week to get the job done.
Take some questions. Who would like to go first? Pat, you want to go first?
Thanks. For Coach and maybe for Matt or whoever, you guys held boys, their quarterback, to 5 of 16 passing in the second half for 63 yards. How'd you guys do that? Did you make adjustments, or how did that work out for you guys?
No, it's a fantastic job by our guys keeping the ball in front of us. We knew that was a big thing going into us. You know, they're home run hitters. They like to dunk the ball. You know, we talked about that and trying to turn them into the 2014 San Antonio Spurs and make them grind it out. So their quarterback is exceptional. You know, boys did a great job of picking up third and fourth down. He's a gritty player. I have a lot of respect for that young man and a lot of respect for Coach Fitzpatrick. They have a fantastic team and a great scheme.
Let's go Dane, and then Tommy.
AJ, this question's for you. It looked like almost you saw Cortland's defense maybe jump off sides on that touchdown ball to Julian. Is that what you saw? And can you talk about that catch a little bit? Because that was arguably the catch of the season to this point for you guys.
Yeah. We thought we had a free play. We thought they jumped offside, so the center snapped it, and I knew Julian was out there. And I mean, you give him a one-on-one. You know, he was a basketball player, just playing. You know, getting a rebound over that guy. So I have a lot of trust in Julian. You know, that's what he does. He's our go-getter, jump ball guy, and you know, it's a really cool moment for him.
Yeah, and Tommy.
And Coach, I'd like to get your thoughts on that catch. What did you see on that play?
I thought they were offsides. But, you know, exceptional job by AJ, just putting it in the spot where Julian could go get it. And I just want to give a lot of credit to Julian there. He's a guy that, you know, it started off really hot in the year. The ball found him a lot. He made a lot of plays. And towards the end of the season, the ball didn't find him as much. But he just kept believing, coming out with a positive attitude to practice. And we knew he would make a play when that moment arose. So just really proud of him, and a great job by AJ putting it where he can go get it.
Okay, right there. And then, yeah, right here, and then Frank, and then.
Coach, Cortland was making a huge comeback in that third quarter. How were you guys able to overcome that adversity, especially with the crowd being as energetic as it was?
Yeah, certainly. I think they did a great job fighting and really, I think holding us out of the end zone after that long kick return to start the second half was a huge momentum swing for them in general. And then they were able to go down the field and convert some timely third downs. And as for us, we talked about it at halftime. It's going to be a 4-quarter battle, and we just got to keep throwing body blows and not worrying about what that scoreboard says and trying to fight that emotion and try to play the next play. And our guys did a great job of that.
So this is more for the players. Can you guys talk to me about, in the fourth quarter, we talked about Julian's catch and everything. It was very much Randy Moss-esque and everything. And then Jake ripping off that 43-yard run. Can you talk to me about the energy of the crowd, what it was like on the field? Because at that point, before those two big plays, it was 2017. Cortland was knocking on the door.
We knew it was going to be a fight, and, coaches put us in a good position, and we made the plays, and our turnout's where we want it to be, and that's a W. The Jug's back at Ithaca.
Yeah, to go off that, the crowd is electric. They had some big moments, and their crowd got really loud, and we talked about it all week. The emotions were going to be high. They were going to make their plays. They're explosive. But I think we did a really good job of kind of taking their momentum, and we drove down the field the next drive, and got the crowd back on our side a little bit, and didn't let it get to us. They had the momentum back, and I'm really proud because we were able to do that.
This is the first time since 1986 that the team got a perfect regular season, 10-0 regular season. So for any of the four of you, what does it mean to be a part of a squad that did something like that?
It's definitely really special. We worked really hard for this. A lot of the guys are really old. We have a lot of experience, and it's kind of just been 4 or 5 years in the making, and I'm really proud of these guys. When the D's down, the offense picks us up. When the offense is down, D picks them up. I think we got something special, and I think we just got to keep it rolling.
Yeah, Jake, you were known as a ground and pound power back all season, but you were the team's leading receiver today. So how did that change in scheme affect you, and how comfortable did you feel in that role?
Not going to lie, I didn't expect that to happen, but, just AJ was getting me the ball, and he told me, if you're open, I'm going to get you the ball. He told me you're one of the best players on this team, so just got to do what I got to do. And our offensive line, they did what they needed to do, blocked, and they gave him some time, and, it's just what we did.
Coach, your secondary was exceptional all day, but that allowed Boyce to really use his legs and run quite a bit. When he went into halftime, what kind of adjustments did you do to your defense to try to limit that attack?
We tried to do just about everything, man. We pressured him. We played with a spy. And then at times that spy would get cut off, and he would find a way to scramble for a first down. So great job by him, just keeping the play alive, finding a way to stay on his feet. And we got to do a better job of tackling him, I think. But we tried just about everything, and he just kept on fighting. So a lot of credit to Zach Boyce.
Matt and Coach, this is a Cortland offense that came into the game averaging just over 50 points per game. That was 4th in Division III. Matt, you had the huge interception at the end of the first half. What did it mean to prove a lot of people wrong? A lot of people thought Cortland was going to score a lot of points, and they have their worst offensive output of the season. So how were you guys able to put forth such an amazing defensive effort today?
Yeah, really, I think this defense is built for this. They got a lot of hype around them, but we kind of just didn't really listen to the noise. Knew if we did our job, take care of business, we're going to be successful.
Yeah. Jaden, Max, and Cam.
Coach, I want you to speak on special teams for a moment. Special teams had themselves a day, and Coach, since you're now the head coach, but also special teams coordinator, I want you to speak on that for a moment and the success that came from the third phase of the ball.
Yeah, it starts off with a buy-in from our players from the jump. I think we talk about special teams. We talk about fundamentals, transferable skills. We talk about simple schemes that stress opponents, and we talk about getting the right people on the field, right? And I think we've got the right guys that are playing, that are all bought in. And again, we just made a little bit of an adjustment at halftime with that kickoff return. We kind of knew that the one guy was folding off as a safety, and we drew it up on the board and made sure that everybody knew exactly what their 1/11th was, and we went out and executed that on the opening kickoff in the second half. So I just can't say enough about the guys buying top to bottom. We know it's the heartbeat of our program. It's going to be our special teams year in and year out. So I'm just really proud of them, and can't wait to see what they do next week.
Coach, being on that staff in 2019, how does this game, atmosphere-wise, compare to MetLife Stadium?
Yeah, I think it's a great question, first, Cam, and I think really it felt very similar in the sense that, really you came out before the game and you heard the Cortland fans get excited when something was said about Cortland, and then the Ithaca fans get excited when it was about Ithaca. So like you could feel that, yin and the yang of both sides, and I thought that was just so cool and so special for these players and the alumni, and both were unique in their own right, and both really just brought such great positive light on both institutions and both football programs. So can't really compare each one because very different venues. This was certainly unique being in a venue such as Yankee Stadium, but our guys just relished the moment. We talked about really just kind of leaning into that moment when we first got out there, and the team that was able to click back in and focus on their job the fastest was going to be the one that was going to be able to start fastest, right? And I think our guys leaned into that moment. They took it all in. They enjoyed it for what it was, and they quickly clicked back to doing their job as hard as they possibly could. So not really kind of went off topic there for you, but I think both 2019 and 2022 was something special, and a lot of thanks to Mark Hudak and Bob Garone for getting this thing going.
And I'd love to hear all your guys' thoughts on this, but after Julian's catch, I think one of the coolest images was the celebration that was hovering down towards the first base side, towards all the Ithaca students and so forth. I mean, this is just like an incredible opportunity for you guys to play in front of family, students, generations of Ithaca graduates. How important is that for you guys?
I mean, it was so cool, and we're both from North Jersey, he's from Long Island, so we're both close. We had a ton of friends and family here. Especially to score in that corner of the end zone and get rallied around by everybody, and look up at the crowd, everybody standing up. It was a really special moment, and I definitely tried my best. I'm sure they did too, to just kind of soak it in. I kind of looked up and just smiled at it. We know this is a once in a lifetime opportunity, and we're so happy to have that moment.
So go ahead, Tim, and then Eli.
Tim Bennett, Cortland Voice. This is for anyone, even you, Justin. So 2019 was at MetLife. 2022 was here at Yankee Stadium. Where's 2024 going to be?
You're asking me.
Where are we going?
I don't know. I've joked around with some people just over the years to say if we continue to do it, then maybe go to Citi Field next. Just to hit up all the big stadiums in the New York City area. I don't know. We'll see. Should ask Mark. He's the one sitting in the back right now.
And what was the official attendance? I apologize if you know.
40,232.
40,232.
Yep.
Thank you.
And Eli.
Coach, when you reflect on these 2 years, leaving the program, coming back, building a program that's had the success that this has, how do you put into words, what do you put in your words when you just reflect on these last 2 years?
It's really hard to put into words because I'm just really proud of these guys. When I left in 2019, it was a really hard decision, pretty emotional, but, I had an opportunity to go and learn from a coach that I really respect, in Bob Chesney, and these guys stayed here, and they went through COVID, and they just kept on playing and kept on building a bond together. And Dan Swanstrom did a phenomenal job keeping this gang together, and they were so close, knocking the door last year. And these guys are guys that I knew them when they were 17. I've been in every one of these guys' high schools and recruited them, and to just see where they're at right now and see how they brought this team together. It's just, if I talk about it too much, I'll probably get emotional, but I'm just so proud of them and their resilience and their grit to just keep going forward no matter what's thrown at them. And they deserve this. It's got nothing to do with me. It's got everything to do with them. And I'm just really proud of them.
Coach, how long does the celebration last for this? Because this is not the last week of the season for the Bombers. The Bombers still have an NCAA tournament to now go through. When does the celebration end? And then when does the refocusing begin?
Yeah, it's a great question. I think for us, you have to relish this moment. You have to enjoy this moment. It's a unique day for all of Ithaca College, and I think everybody should enjoy it, and especially our guys. I think we need to make sure that we're smart when we get back to Ithaca, because we need every single member of this program going forward to be intact. And I think you got to just feel it for a second. And when you get the bracket out and we find out who we play, I mean, really the only thing left to do then is just go back to work and continue our process and just take it one day at a time and stack a great Tuesday practice on top of a great Wednesday practice, on top of a great Thursday practice, and then we have a great walkthrough on Friday, and we get to go play in Butterfield Stadium. These guys get to go back and play in Butterfield Stadium, so I'm really proud of them and their opportunity to continue this journey together.
Matt and AJ, you guys are both seniors. How does this feel just to have this capstone of your, CORTACA career at the end of your senior year?
Yeah, it's really cool. You really can't get any better than this. It's been a long time. Last year obviously had two really tough, really close losses, and like you said, knocking on that door, and to come back this year, we all had a chip on our shoulder a little bit. A lot of guys, a lot of fifth years, came back. It kind of shows how special this group is, and we're a really close group. You kind of got a feeling this year was a special group, and it's just to do it here and to do it in Yankee Stadium and beat Cortland. It's you can't get better than it.
Yeah, like AJ said, after last year's loss, kind of left with a chip on our shoulder. We knew we had to put in the work to get good outcomes, and I think our hard work's finally paying off.
Last question, Dane.
Coach, the crowd was incredible today on both sides, and with this win, it's very, very likely that you guys are going to be playing in Butterfield Stadium next Saturday at home. So how important is that for you as you focus into next week to likely be playing in the confines of Butterfield Stadium?
Yeah, I think we all got to go home and take a deep breath and understand that this was a moment, and we captured this moment and did it to the best of our ability, and we got the outcome that we wanted. And next week will be a different moment, and I think that's really a big part of what we talk about is presence in the moment and understanding it for what it is. And, if there's 1,000 people at Butterfield Stadium, great. If there's 5,000, great. If there's 20 people, put the ball down.
All right. Appreciate it. Thank you.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Good guy.